TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked off of turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
What you want to do is when you're on your computer or on your cell phone, whatever it is, go to GForceTV.net, type that in your browser, and that will take you right to the official YouTube page of GeForce TV. And down to the right-hand side, you'll see the big red subscribe button. Make sure you click on that. But don't stop there. Once you've subscribed, then you want to make sure you hit the little ringer to the right. That's the notification bell. And anytime there's new content uploaded to GeForce TV, you'll get a notification, whether it be on your computer, on your device, whatever it is, you'll know when there is content. And as we've been saying, it's so important when you're watching these videos on YouTube or for the meantime on Facebook, make sure you give it a thumbs up, give it a like, make sure you're sharing these links, and that helps the actual content grow and populate throughout YouTube, specifically for the GeForce channel.
And good evening, race fans. Welcome in tonight to a very live presentation, a very special presentation, I should say, of the Full Velocity Racing Network, and also available tonight live on GeForce TV. Welcome into the VE75, a great charity event being put on by the GForce Racing Leagues out here raising money for our veterans tonight. We'll tell you about the best we can all evening long, but welcome in live to the legendary Eldora Speedway here in Rossburg, Ohio. A great night on hand with Phil Lacasse here. I got Todd Stanton, my partner, alongside Jack chewing on the controls, the A-team for the Full Velocity Racing Network in the house here tonight. And Todd, we bring this in a very special event. Sprint cars at the Eldora Speedway. Well, this is going to be a lot of fun, a lot of new names. I mentioned to get this one started. How the heck are you, partner?
Doing fantastic here this evening. Was doing some different things out there. Phil is just...
you were working.
Oh, man, I've been working. I went to Penn Can Speedway last night in Susquehanna, Pennsylvania. I got to see some more racing. Yeah, a little upset, Phil. A little upset last night. I got French fries. That's all I got at Penn Can Speedway. I just don't understand. I guess it's me. You know, the week prior, you know there's going to be a ton of people at the track. 9 o'clock. Not even the features on the track, Phil. Only French fries left. What would you do? Fat boy can't eat.
Well, on the flip side, there has been live race cars in front of you all season long now as we head to June. So, Todd, sometimes you take your losses what you can get them. Just be thankful you got fries.
Yeah, well, the fries, yeah. They were all right fries, I guess. They weren't too bad, but I know there was a joshing back and forth on Facebook with a couple of guys out there. So it was great to see some live racing. I know this week after Motorsports Park at my area, we have a practice. No spectators. Well, wide open pit area for anybody that wants to come, Phil. And we still got to wear a mask, social distance. And then Thunder Mountain Speedway, Saturday night, opening night.
All right, well, you had me into the mask, so I'll stay here. Not sure they'll let me out of the border anyways. But, hey, you know what? Be a fun night as we come into Eldora tonight. I believe this is 360 sprint cars. You were here with the GForce League here about a week or so ago on Wednesday night, but I believe we're to the 360s, a little bit higher than a 305, so we'll see a lot more speed. A lot of new names in the house that I've never seen as qualifying is complete. And someone to throw it to Todd, who'll give us our first 3D racing starting lineup of the evening.
Terry Landis aboard that number 61 machine, and then Francis Bernard aboard the number 711 machine, rolling off position number 2. Rolling off inside row number 2, that's Stephen Goldenier aboard that number 12, and Garrett Pepe aboard the 47 machine. Inside row number 3, that's Alex Hanna aboard the number 97, and Bruce Hilton aboard that number 18 machine. Rolling off in position number 6. Rolling off 7th will be Michael Schultz aboard the number 3 machine, which is actually 18 on the grid, and the 46 machine of Joe Backus rolling off position number 8. 9th starter sees Benjamin Newman aboard the number 371 machine, and Kyle Parker aboard the number 9, rolling off position number 10. 11th spot will be Louis Meglin aboard the number 35 machine. Sorry if I slaughtered anybody's names, Phil. Still trying to get used to some of these. Man.
And a lot of times they throw it to you to give a lineup call. I don't peek at it myself until you start listing names down. And I looked at a couple and I said, oh boy, good job by you. That's not easy. Terry Landis on the pole. I'm going to say Francois Benoit, maybe. Ronan outside front row there, 7-Eleven. French Canadian name. We'll see if we get that figured out. Stephen Goldner. Garrett Pepinat? 47? I don't know. Somebody out there watching tonight on GForce TV, if you're on the Full Velocity Racing Network, tune in. Let us know how we're doing with these names. They're going to be in for a challenge in a couple of leagues, I have a feeling. But hey, you know what? Going to do some sprint cars. We don't do enough sprint cars here on the network. So cool to come out here to Eldora. I think Eldora is the perfect place to be in a sprint car. I think it's probably by far and away the best car we see here that races at Eldora. So we're going to be a good night. And let's see where this one takes. It's qualifying night, Todd. It's first of 2 qualifiers. We got 2 big ones in store. The top 10 out of tonight's main server for qualifying round number 1 will be transferring on to the main event tomorrow night. We'll have a qualifying race number 2 here following at about 9 p.m. time, too. So, going to be a busy night here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Off to number 4, you got RacingEyeFlag.com, green flag in the air, and Terry Landis at red number 61. He'll lead him on to number 2.
Yeah, Landis right now in the number 61 machine, leading over Goldenier aboard the number 12 machine. He drops back there now into a 3-wide battle. Actually, Goldenier in the number 30 machine. There's a little bit of contact being made, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. There comes that number 47, letting the heat down to the bottom. That's Francis right now in that 47 machine, side-by-side battle there, Phil. Actually, that's Garrett, in that number 47.
Garrett Pepinat. We're getting told by Connor out there in the chat. Connor, thank you so much for helping us out with that. As we're got to be in for a challenge here. You know, I was doing this race about a half hour ago. Well, I'll tell you what, we had a couple of cars together. And that was almost a big catastrophe out of number 4. I saw one car way out of shape. I'm not sure they get upside down.
Yeah, they were battling for the race lead there. Pepinat upside down, Phil, as he went for a wild ride. That number 30 down to the inside. That's Goldenier down to the inside, and Landis right now holding on to the top spot. Here comes that number 97 of Hannah aboard that machine, trying to get up there too. Looking to the outside, that number 97 machine, not able to do anything. Door has been closed shut. But it's the number 61 of Landis. Right now, your race leader.
Terry Landis will lead us out of turn number 4. Let's complete lap number 6. So 2 laps you made in heat number 1. Landis leading over Stephen Goldner. Alex Hanna, Mike Schlatt sets the top 4. That's the 4 transfers. Race for the lead. We go wheel to wheel. Landis to the low side. It's Goldner up high in the 72. Give him the lead at the white flag.
Give him the lead is, like you said, Goldness right now. Your Goldenier aboard the number 30 machine into turn number 3 for the final time. And off of turn number 4. Picking up race number 1 will be Goldner aboard the number 12 machine. Landis for 2. And Hannah for 3. Schultz for 4. And Bennett in the number 7-11 machine going to round out your top 5.
All right, there we go. Heat race number 1 in the books. And Garrett is also piped into the chat there live in the network. So welcome into all of you. Great to have you all aboard. Great event being put on for the veterans, which we'll be able to tell you about donating to the cause here, whether in the States or in the great north there and our friends in Canada. get involved in either way, donating to the veterans of either country. It's a cool cause. Thank to Roger, all the gang for putting this on the GForce Racing League. As we take a look at our starting lineup for heat race number 2, on the pole with car number 51 will be Jonathan Short, with Chad Cody alongside with car number 24. In row number 2, Jack Clevenger's number 20 car with a 72 of Kyle Moonen. To his outside, Aiden Young will start 5th in car 69, with Stephen Fernberg alongside with car number 29. Chris Steele will take the 80 car out from position number 7, with Kyle Jenkins, number 21, alongside of him. Christopher Larson will start 9th in car 17, with Wyatt Vick in the number 32, and the number 33 of John Rayner, completing an 11-car roll call for heat race number 2. Well, I'm thinking my partner maybe went and grabbed fries, or more fries, or dog, or
Cheese fries.
Jack, easy cheese fries. Now you're starting to hit below the belt. Cheese fries. Do you got cheese fries?
No, I don't. I'm trying to look at a YouTube feed right now, so no, I don't. Green flag's gonna come out.
All right, green flag goes up in the air. Is going to work out some stuff on this end, so we were both scrambling to get this one on the airwaves here. As we got Jonathan Short going to lead Chad Cody down to it, number 3 and 4 on the first lap of an 8-lap heat race. Heat race number 2, the top 4 will go on into the main. We will stay nose to tail out of turn number 2. I was watching Jack Clevenger in the 20 car. He got stuck on the low side. Kyle Moonen and Stephen Fernberg go around the 29, so drop Clevenger back to the 5th spot. Up front, the race leader is Jonathan Short with the 51 car, 24 right behind him, or it's 11 car on the wing of that car. That is Chad Cody. He will make a bit to the race lead to the low side down in turn 1. Todd, keep working there. So we were getting ourselves out between the network and the GForce TV platforms here tonight. I think we got that all right that I had presented to me anyway, so I'm hoping Todd can get that all worked out. As we got Short leading Cody down the back chute, Kyle Moonen, Stephen Fernberg in the transfer spot as we sit, but Jack Clevenger in the number 20 car beginning to make a rally there, trying to make his way back to the transfers. Got Kyle Jenkins not too far behind with car number 21 as we continue to make laps here at Eldora, and now going to put 2 popsicle sticks down, 2 more trips around for the number 51 car, Jonathan Short. Him and Chad Cody putting a good race on this one. They're down at number 3 and 4, and already we are going to see the white silk being put in the air. 1 more trip around, and see if Jonathan Short can make quick work of this one as he leads over Cody off turn number 2. Call it 2 car lengths down this half-mile back straightaway, track in the back chute. In a 3 and 4, checkers in the air, and give Jonathan Short the win in heat number 2. Chad Cody in for 2. Kyle Moonen, Stephen Fernberg grabbing the transfer spots. Jack Clevenger, Kyle Jenkins, Aiden Young amongst the group that'll be off into the alphabet soup rounds that'll follow us. We are ready to rock and roll with heat race number 3. I guess the question is, Todd, are y'all sat back with us?
Yeah, just double checking the feed, making sure everything is going right. Looks good out there. I know we were having, sometimes when you have to look at your system and look at the phone, things look a little bit different, you know, your different areas. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work right.
We efforted, and we certainly did, as we just got off the airwaves at full velocity, Jack and myself, and join you over here as know you were running late. We're hoping to rally around and get this one back rolling, and I think we did just that. So I think we're out there live through the GForce platform, or live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So I think all the places that we were supposed to get to, I think we got to. So let's take a look-see out there. 3D racing starting on up, Todd, for heat race number 3.
Yeah, heat race number 3 going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, the double dot machine of Austin Stern. His days aboard outside. That's Ross Cornetta aboard that number 10 machine. Inside row number 2, that is Andy Patton, and that number 87 is Jesse Brandy aboard that number 157, rolling out position 4. 5th starter, he's at number 27 of Jeffrey Barkner, and then Preston Craner aboard the number 07 machine, going to roll off position number 6. Seventh spot is a mouthful of the number 30 machine of David Alexander Parent Ganon aboard that, and Maximum Levian aboard the 161 machine, going to roll off position number 8. 16, the number 16 starting in the 9th spot. That'll be Benjamin Koch aboard the number 16, and Gary Taylor aboard the number 34 machine, rolling off position number 10. 11th start, I'll see the number 90 of Jeff Fitzpatrick, who is not out there on the speedway.
Oh, and good job with those names as well, as I click on in and get over here and get acclimated to what car is who. And as aggressive name is going to throw us for a little bit of a loop there tonight. We will definitely do our best. At 30 is going to be a good one. David Alexander, Terrence Gagnon, I believe, is going to be the call there. That's a good one. Call it DAPG. We can go for an acronym. I don't know. After watching, help us out here live on the network. Appreciate you all for tuning in, being part of the festivities here for qualifying night for the VE75 iRacingIFlag.com. Green flag in the air. Austin Stern going to lead the way over Ross Gordon down off 2 down the back sheet.
Yeah, Princess out there. I think he's saying, or she's saying, I can't quite read it. It's on my far screen there, Bill. Maybe you could. There's a pronunciation for another name out there. Thank you guys for helping us out here. I'm from upstate New York, and upside down goes the number. I believe that's the number 18 machine that I'm stuck on there, or the 00 machine of Austin Stern upside down. It gets it gathered back together though. You're going to be back to 10th, but Ross right now, your race leader is that number 10 machine.
She's giving you a Benjamin Keach with the number 16 car. I believe Princess out there watching. Appreciate that. We do the best we can to do the best we can with some different names that we don't see on a nightly basis. But Ross going to lead the way over Jesse Bandy. Jesse in the 157, Andy Patton, Jeffrey Barker with 27 car. Now running in the 4th and final transfers. We're down the back chute heading into 3 and 4, and this time by 3 laps remaining.
Got 3 laps remaining there for the number 10 machine. Ross right now, your race leader. Bandy in the number 157, or actually the 57 machine, running in the 2nd spot. And then Patton in that number 87, running in that 3rd spot on the accelerator, trying to catch the 57 directly in front of him. His popsicle sticks it up in the air.
2 more trips around, and let's see if Ross can't take this one as he is running away. Ross Courtney with car number 10, leading Jesse Bandy. Andy Patton and Jeffrey Barker holding on to the final transfer, which is coming under from a little bit of carnage challenge, because Preston Craner is there as well with the number 97 car. Pro 7 car as racing with a transfer out of 3 and 4. Put the checkers in the air for Heat 2. Ross Curtno taking down the win. Jesse Bandy, Andy Patton, Jeffrey Barker holds on to that transfer by a little bit of a skosh. Put Preston Kramer, David Alexander, and where else was there in Heat number 2? Because scoring went away, or Heat 3, I should say. As we start clicking over into Heat race number 4, we've got 10 more cars at the ready, and a 3D Racing starting lineup go away like this with car number 84 on the pole. That'll be Ryan Beagle with the number 199 of Sean Bowers to his outside. In row number 2, we find Michael Redding with car number 31, the 77 of John Hand to the outside of row 2. Larry Moody will start 5th in the number 73. Matthew Croakey alongside with the number 2. We find Riley Gray, the 06, and G.J. Boydell on the outside of row number 4 with Barry Goldner and Roger Craig. Roger at the 747, completing our 10-car roll call for Heat 4.
Roger Craig having a long road there, starting in that 10th spot. We've seen him in the 305 the last time. See what he's got here. And 360 sprint cars, probably my favorite sprint car, Phil. 410's too much for me. 305 kind of gets a little boring for me. But the 360 definitely a challenge, but probably one of my favorite cars.
It's fun to watch for sure. The driver in me says, I don't know. I've tried all 3. I can't drive either. Even the 305. The last race I experienced in the dirt and racing in a 305, it was right here at Eldora. I was in an official race. I was the bottom split, and I finished last upside down in the grandstands. End of my driving career in a sprint car. So I just can't do it. I don't have it. These guys are pros. That's why we put them on the racetrack, and guys like me sit up here in this comfy, squeaky little seat up here in the booth.
Yeah, definitely one of those things, Phil. It's definitely squeaky. We've been trying to get Phil to buy some WD-40. Hasn't been able to do that yet. So we're getting ready to go green flag racing off of turn number 4. They allowed penalties down to number 84 machine. As down into the corner. Yeah, we were already green there. I was behind.
Oh, nobody gets left behind, Todd. You'll get it worked out. I was with Michael Reddings at 31. He got a little bit of a kick out of turn number 4. He held on to the race car. It's going to be Sean Bowers at 199 leading the way. He's got John Hine right there in tow. John on the number 71 car. He rides in P2. The leader is the 199 of Sean Bowers. That blue and black car, he leads out of turn number 4. We got 3 laps complete.
Wreck going on there, back portion of the track, I do believe there, maybe in the middle portion. There is Jack was announcing that he's seen the wreck there, but right now your race leader, Sean Bowers, and then number 199 machine leading the way here. John Hayden running in that second spot, and the number 71, Larry Moody. And the number 73 machine was third there. Now going to drop back just a tad bit there. Michael Redding in that number 31 machine going to pull off into that third spot. Redding now looks to the inside of Hayden. Hayden right now holding on to the second spot. While Redding right there knocking on the rear bumper of that number 71 machine as we come off a turn 3 and 4. It's going to be prospect things up in the air for Sean Bowers.
Sean Bowers going to lead the way here around half mile Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio. Look, that blue and black 199 will exit turn number 3 and 4. No pressure behind. White silk up in the air. One more trip around. Good to see John Hyde running well. The 71, he runs in position 2. Michael Redding taking a peek see under him, looking for that second spot. Larry Moody. Larry holds the final transfer. We run nose to tail in turn number 3 and 4. Checkers in the air. Give heat race number 4 to Sean Bowers in the 199. John Hine. Michael Redding, Larry Moody grabbing that 4 transfer spot. So I believe the 4th and the final heat race of this one. That means it is time to start playing some soup. It is scheduled for the D, and I believe we're going to have cars populating for the C. And I think, Todd, what we have here is, I believe, straight up alphabet soup with 10 laps in the top 4 cars from the C going on into the D.
I do believe so. Let me take a look there, Phil, to see absolutely what that was. Yeah, it definitely is alphabet soup there, top 4. Moving on, transferring on to the B main. That makes it even more difficult. Love the traditional alphabet soup.
Oh, it's by far and away my favorite. If you're going to have last chance qualifiers, well, make it soup. Make guys race to get in. I love that. I'm a big advocate for scrambling to survive in a race like this. So, yeah, cool. You want to qualify in? Well, the top 10 will get out of qualifying run number 1 in the main server here tonight and setting the stage for what is going to be a terrific time tomorrow. The VE75 main event. You will see that tomorrow night on GForce TV. But looking at the starting lineup for the C main, on the pole with the number 80 car will be Chris Steele with Maxime Langevin alongside in the 161. In the second row, Barry Goldner with the number 36. Lewis Meglin with the number 35 to the outside. In row number 3, Wyatt Vick with the number 32, and Ben Keish alongside with the number 16. Roger Craig will start 7th in the 747 with the 47 of Garen Pepiat alongside the number 47 car rolling off 8th. 9th starter, the number 33 of John Rayner, the number 00 of Austin Stern, Riley Gray, the number 06, Joe Backus, in the number 46 car, the 17 of Chris Larson, and the 90 of Jeff Fitzpatrick. 14 cars scheduled, although I don't believe we have all 14 out there for 12 laps. 10 laps.
13 out there, Phil. It's 13. Unlucky number 13.
Call it unlucky. I call it lucky. I'm a fan of a 13. I've been for a long time, so probably why I'm cursed with bad luck, but whatever. We'll live with it. We got big shoulders for sure. But you know what? It is time to go racing in the C main. Chris Steele in that white number 80 on the front row. Maxime Langevin in the 161 to the outside off turn number 4. Pace truck is in. iRacingIFlag.com. Green flag in the air. Let's go to it. In the C main as we're off the turn.
Chris Steele right now leading the way there. Maxim in number 161 running in that second spot. Third is Goldner in that number 36 machine. Already drop kicked back there. That number 46 machine already going back, dropping through there. Wyatt Vick running in the fourth spot. That number 32 machine now looking to the outside, makes a little bit of contact the outside wall here at Eldora Speedway, Roxburgh, Ohio, but it is Mr. Chris Steele. That number 80 machine just starting to pull away here already early on in the going field over Matson in that 161 machine. Goldner running in a third spot in a heavy battle, a heated battle with the number 32 of Vic. Vic looked to the outside there, Phil, but almost ramped his right rear tire, and he had to back out of that one.
Sure did. They're all looking for room up high, racing for the third spot. Really good bets up. Wyatt Vic, number 32, to the outside lane, looking around Barry Goldner. 36 car down to the low side as we exit turn number 4. Let's put, what is that, 4 laps complete. We're going 10 around on the D main, and I'm telling you what, wheels of steel up front with Chris Steele with car number 80. He's got almost a 3/4 of a second lead already on Max Langevin. Chris Steele is wheeling it right now as we're halfway home.
Langevin doing a fantastic job running in that second spot, though, but Steele running fast lap time, 14.336 over Langevin in that 4. It's a .470 for the number 161 machine. Now Wyatt Vic moves off into that third spot, Phil. He makes his way around Barry Goldner. Now Goldner dropped back to the 4th spot. Good battle on there, 4th, 5th, and 6th, though. With a slide job by Gray in that 06 machine puts him in position number 5 here temporarily. But Sturton fighting back in that double knot.
Really good race there for the 5th spot as they won together. I believe that was Stern in the outside wall. Emma double
very
zero.
Stern.
Sure what happened there. Either way, Austin Stern, I believe Barry Goldner got together. Barry Goldner's car got the worst end of that one. Number 36, so Barry, who once upon a time was in a transfer spot, not quite anymore. Chris Steele leading Max Langevin, Wyatt Vic, and now Riley Ray, the 06. Put Riley in the transfer spot as we come to the white flag.
Riley right now
White's in the air.
The 07 white flag has already been in the air. It looks like Chris Steele going to take down the victory there. The number 80 machine, Lavin in 161, who picks up second. Rylan Gray and Wyatt Vic round out your top 4.
Those are the 4 drivers who will transfer on into our B main event. The B main is going to go 12 laps around with 8 cars. Transferring on to our 30-lap qualifying round, part 1 of the night for this crew here as we try to race our way in to the VE75 tomorrow evening. Right, what of qualifying. We got it right here, the Full Velocity Racing Network and GForce TV. But for the lineup of this one, here is Todd with our B main 3D Racing starting lineup.
Definitely apologize if some of these names get slaughtered. Francis Benoit on the 711 machine going to start on the pole, and Jack Clevenger aboard that number 20 machine going to roll off in position number 2. Third starter sees Granner in the number 07 machine. That's Preston and GJ Boydell aboard the 014 machine, rolling off position at number 4. Fifth starter sees Benjamin Newman aboard the number 371 machine, and his days part of the outside driver the number 21 machine. It's actually the 83 out there on the speedway, and that is Kyle Jenkins. David Alexander, we're going to run with him in the 7th spot in car number 30, and Croak aboard the number 2 machine. Matthew Croak in number 2, rolling off position number 8. 9th starter sees car number 9 it looks like Kyle Parker, but it's actually the 13 machine there, Phil. So just trying to get these numbers aligned here. It's Aiden Young going to roll off to the outside in that number 69 machine. Gary Taylor aboard the number 34, going to roll off position number 11, and Ryan Beagle aboard the number 84 in position number 12. Bruce Hilton aboard the number 18 machine, going to roll off position number 13, and Chris Steele on his outside, the C main winner, going to roll off position number 14. Lavian, Maximum Lavian in that number 161, going to roll off 15th. Rylan Gray, 16th, the number 06 machine, and Wyatt Vic rolling off 17th on the field here in the B main.
17 cars, 12 laps, 8 go off into our 30-lap preliminary feature event here for qualifying round number 1. We have 2 here on the docket here tonight. So after this one, we'll fire it back up and do it all over again for one more time around. And see who's going to qualify themselves in tomorrow night's 75-lap main event. Green flag up in the air, and already getting some racing going on amongst the ranks of the front row with Francois for the 711, Jack Clevenger and Preston Kramer, the 07. Well, Preston was an action car on the low side looking for the lead, but he lost some ground there, so run third. It's going to be Benoit leading the way from
Yeah, Benoit right now, your race leader in the number 711 machine, the 78 of Jack Clevenger, running in the second spot. Third is Kramer in the 07 machine. He's upside down. And he's turned the tilt-a-whirling through the corner there, Phil. The 07, no wing on the front. He is done for the evening.
Looks like a little bit of a tumble there. That car around Max, who was that right there? Was not the 07. Well, it might have been 07. That was the 07. Never mind. My scoring and timing all messed up. It was Preston Cranmer. 07 car all turned upside down. Jack Clevenger is our new race leader. He has taken it away with Kyle Jenkins. What happened to our top runners there? Did they not have a... Did they have the qualifying setup in? They look like they're short on fuel. A couple of guys dropping way off the map.
The 711, something happened to him. I'm trying to take a look-see to see what happened to that 711 machine. He had some contact with the top go-getters there. Actually, the 32 was a lap car. Wyatt getting into the side of him and just more carnage. The 711, a lot of damage to that machine, so he's done. But meanwhile, up front it is Jack Clevenger. Look who is second, Phil. Number 80, straight out of the B main, Chris Steele.
Straight out of the C main was Chris Steele.
Yeah.
This is the B. Yeah, he's come from starting position 14 now up to second. Well, 4 seconds is the race leader for Jack Clevenger in the number 20 car as he exits turn number 3 and 4 already. He will put 8 laps complete of 12, so running down on laps. Chris Steele, Kyle Jenkins put Aiden Young. Matthew Broke, the number 2 car now up in the top 5 over David Alexandra Perrin-Gagno. J.G. Boydell and Bruce Hilton now out of the bubble, the number 18 car. Bruce running in the 8th spot. That's the transfer spot. And only issue is time he trails the race leader by almost 11 full seconds. That is outstanding the speed that Clevenger has right now.
And Clevenger doing a fantastic job there in that number 78 machine, just pulling the weight here as it comes down into turn and number 3 here, Phil. And off of turn number 4, going to see that white flag for car at number 78. One more trip around and lock himself in to the A main. Wood Clevenger as he's down his final lap down the back straightaway for the final time. Chris Steele running in second. Kyle Jenkins and Aiden Young. Your 4 cars and off into 3 and 4 and off of turn number 4. Picking up the B-Main, the 78 machine of Jack Clevenger. Chris Steele now going to go across the line in second. There in the number 80 machine going to make it on into the A-Main. And then Kyle Jenkins and Aiden Young, your top 4.
Matthew Croakey, David Alexander, J.G. Boydell, Bruce Hilton qualify into the main event for this one. Ryan Beagle, Rylan Gray, Kyle Parker, Wyatt Vick, Maxime Langevin, Gary Taylor, Preston Cranmer, Francis Benoit, Ben Keish will have to roll off. They will try again in qualifying round number 2 that'll precede us, but we have a brief intermission here, Todd. It looks like a few minutes we have here for a warm-up. I don't know if we're going to work the racetrack in. Believe they may do so. Give us a break once again to take a look at how to get involved with our friends over here at GForce TV.
What you want to do is when you're on your computer or on your cell phone, whatever it is, go to GForceTV.net, type that in your browser, and that will take you right to the official YouTube page of GForce TV. And down on the right-hand side, you'll see the big red subscribe button. Make sure you click on that. But don't stop there. Once you've subscribed, then you want to make sure you hit the little ringer to the right. That's the notification bell. And anytime there's new content uploaded to GForce TV, you'll get a notification, whether it be on your computer, on your device, whatever it is, you'll know when there is content. And as we've been saying, it's so important when you're watching these videos on YouTube or for the meantime on Facebook, make sure you give it a thumbs up, give it a like, make sure you're sharing these links, and that helps the actual content grow and populate throughout YouTube, specifically for the GForce channel.
right, back here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network and GForce TV. Great to come out to this new audience here tonight. For me, the first time. No, Todd was out there a couple of weeks ago with these drivers of the 305 series, which we'll see what we go coming forward with these folks. But we definitely got the VE75 preliminary night, qualifying night here as we get race server number 1, which is qualifying server number 1, getting on the air here. 30 laps around, 24 cars at the ready, and we will go for an old school style starting lineup.
Yeah, now tonight's starting lineup from Rossburg, Ohio, here at Eldora Speedway. Starting on the pole, driving the number 30 machine. That is Stephen Goldner. His Jason Bartley outside, driving the number 51 machine. That's Jonathan Short.
Ross Carrento will start third with car number 10, with Sean Bowers alongside of the 199.
Inside row number 3 in the 5th starting spot. That's the 661 of Terry Landis. And his Jason Bartley outside, driving the number 24 machine. That's Chad Coate.
And the number 157 will be Jesse Bandy with John Hine alongside in car 71.
Inside row number 5 in the 9th starting spot. That's the number 97 of Alex Hanna. And outside of him, the number 72 of Kyle Moonen.
Car number 87 will start 11th. That is Andy Patton with the 31 of Michael Redding next door to him.
13th starter rolling off to the number 3 of Michael Schultz and Steven Fernberg. Or the number 29 machine rolling off position 14.
Car 27 will start 15th. That is Jeffrey Barker, Larry Moody alongside in car 73.
Jack Clevenger rolls off position to number 17 in car number 78. And that is Jason Bartley outside out of the C main. Driver of that number 80 machine, that's Chris Steele.
Car 21 will start next. That is Kyle Jenkins, and Aiden Young will start 20th in car number 69.
Matthew Croak in the number 2 machine rolling off 21st. 22nd will be David Alexander, board car number 30.
J.G. Boydell will start 23rd with car number 14, with the number 18 of Bruce Hilton, completing a 24-car starting lineup. We're going to go 30 laps around. The top 10, Todd, will transfer on to tomorrow night's 75-lap main event here at Eldora. So we have 3 stages of qualifying. We have 2 of them on our airwaves tonight. So the first order of business is qualifying round number 1. The top 10 of this one, they don't have to run the next transfer round. They will go into the next main event. Tomorrow.
As they come off of turn number 4, iRacing high flag, green flag getting ready to unfurl. It's in the air. Loud pedal down. Racing down the front straightaway. The number 30 machine of Goldner down to the inside. The 51 up on the top shelf of the speedway. It's been fast all evening long there, Phil. The number 51 machine of Short trying to do everything again. Has to do a high-low switch maneuver, though. The number 30 of Goldner able to slide up in the top groove. Now the number 51 pays him back.
There does a little switcheroo job back to the low side. 10 car versus 51 there. I believe that's really 51 to Short and Stephen Goldner. Racing for the race lead. I got Curtin back here with Bowers and Landis in a good race for third, but we put the yellow silk in the air. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Team Hart Motorsports yellow flag number 1. On lap number 3, we've got some cars together, some carnage shelter on the speedway. First replay of the night there, Todd. Yellow flag.
Man, Boydell involved too, the 014 machine. A lot of contact going on. Guys getting sideways. 38 machine involved also. Should be the number 30. Matthew Croak involved there. The number 2. He is, we have a leaner, Phil. The number 2, a leaner. 2 points. 2 points. Leaner.
Leaner from Matt Croakey. So, yeah. One on the side, TDR Racing Leader, not Turtle. It's a leaner. We ever a leaner out there sponsor? We need a leader sponsor.
TDR Racing.
TDR Racing League sponsors the leaner as well?
As a Turtle, yeah. Yep.
Okay, well, that's 2 points, though. 2 points.
2
Scoring
points,
at home, 2 points.
Yeah, don't remember. I think our record's 19, Phil. Correct me if I'm wrong. 19 total points here in the Full Velocity Racing Network between leaners, ringers, and turtles.
And we get a lot of those. I don't see a ringer too often.
No.
Every now and again. Do you see some leaners, especially in a sprint car? And we saw a lot of those in like the wingless sprint cars. But we've got the wings on there. The 360s. Looks like the lights are out around the speedway. Yellow flag laps are counting. So 5 of 30 going on the board. We look up front. It's going to be Stephen Goldner, Jonathan Short, Ross Courtna, Terry Landis, Sean Bowers running in 5th, but Michael Redding, Chad Cody, Andy Patton, Jesse Bandy, Larry Moody are top 10 as we go back to racing.
And Jonathan Short looks down to the inside in the number 51 machine. Remember, 10 cars will go on until tomorrow night. As Goldner right now, your race leader in that number 30 machine, Jonathan Short running in that second spot, 30 landed. And now it looks like Ross in the number 10 machine to the outside. Going to get around Landis there temporarily. Also digging down to the bottom side, that's Sean Bowers in the number 199.
Sean was really good in his qualifying heat, you remember. So look for that 199 to make some waves as he runs fifth. Him racing there with Michael Redding, the 31 car right ahead. Ross Courtney, the number 10. Great to see Kerry Landis, the 61 car, having a really good night. He runs a very respectable third, and he is down to the low side looking for more on a turn 4.
Definitely looking for more down to the inside. Just watching these guys duke it out there, Phil. Top side seems pretty dominant here so far at the Eldora Speedway. Is that number 30 machine able to keep it right up there, the right rear, pushing the cushion up on the top shelf of the Speedway. Eldora here tonight. Definitely seems like that's the way to land there. Short also joining them up there too. Those top two pulling away from Ross and then Landis right now. Those guys locked in the battle for the third spot.
I've been watching this one going on. Landis in that red and yellow machine down low. The 10 car up high of Ross Courtney. He looks to the outside lane. He will lose the third spot to Landis off the inside of 2. Give Terry third. Courtney now going to fall to the clutches of the Jesse Bandy number 57 car as Jesse took a peek to the low side, but they stay nose to tail, wheel to wheel through 1 and 2.
Now wheel to wheel, Phil. These guys, you can see the battling going on all the way back through the field right now. Between the 61 and the 157 machine, those guys duking it out. Number 10 right there, the number 11 also. Cody in the number 11 machine, definitely trying to make some headway up on the top shelf of the Speedway here. We're going to come up on 17 laps remaining here, and I guess Goldner checking out on the field besides Jonathan Short. He's able to stay right there in earshot of him, trying to track him back down, but about 5 car lengths separate your top 5, and then a whole gaggle, I think a full straightaway separate the top 2, and Jesse Brandy aboard the number 157 machine.
Bandy running the third spot. Yeah. I'm back here watching this race around the transfer spot. There is a good one going on. Michael Redding in the 31 running 9th, and how about Chris Steele? Had to come from the LCQs. He raced his way from the C through the B. He raced his way into this A. He runs 10th in car number 80, holding on to the final transfer into tomorrow night's main event. If there's a name you want to root for, you come from the C, you want to make it through the A. I'm a fan of the 80 cars. He looks under Redding on a turn 2.
Chris Steele doing a fantastic job right now, like you said, coming all the way from the C main, ran through the B main, finished up second now, coming all the way through the A main here. Wanting in the 10th spot, battling it all with Redding. Redding now up to the top shelf of the Speedway. The 199 has also been drop kicked back. Bowers was running fast there early, but Bowers falling back into the clutch of these guys. Same way with the 10 there, as Ross now the next victim maybe of that number 80 machine of Chris Steele.
Chris Steele is a guy on the move right now and also making his waves up through a guy who started, 16th, number 72. Kyle Moonen also had the race in the B main, Todd. He look up now, 72 car up to the 4th spot and beginning to run down Jesse Bandy, who runs 3rd. As we are past halfway in this one, but another story there. 72 car Kyle Moonen, and he'll have a new lease on life, Todd, because the yellow flag is on the Speedway now with 19 laps complete.
Yeah, it looks like the number 71, John Abe, involved in this one as he comes down. Looks like he's going to pull down on pit road, Phil, and hits the water barrels instead. And goes backwards, and that was enough to bring out a yellow flag here for this lap here on lap number 19. 11 laps to go. There's 71 involved in that one. Water barrel versus sprint car. Water barrel is probably going to win.
For sure, every time. Water barrel, not the place to go to in a sprint car. Don't have a lot of room to defend yourself. And
maybe he was thirsty, but I don't know.
It's, I was going to say, there could be a quench for thirst right there. Is not the way you want to do so. Don't hit a barrel at speed. Never works out well. Barrel wins every time, especially in a sprint car. So slow it down again. 19 laps out, 21 completes. Yellow flag laps are counting. And a 30-lap preliminary main here. Qualifying round number 1. We'll have qualifying round number 2 to follow this one here in a very short order. As we look up front, Stephen Goldner leading the way over Jonathan Short, Jesse Bandy, Kyle Moonen, Chad Cody running at our top 5, Terry Landis, Sean Bowers, Ross Courtney, Michael Redding, Chris Steele running in the top 10. Behind him, you find the likes of Mike Schultz, Aiden Young, Jack Clevenger, Larry Moody, and Andy Patton. That's our top 15. But keep in mind, only the top 10 race into tomorrow night's main event. Throughout some of the top 10, they will try again in qualifying run number 2. As it looks like single file call. We're going to go back to green here next time by.
The green flag is out now as we're racing down into turn number 1. That number 30 machine of Golden trying to go back to where he was at there. Jonathan Short running in that second spot, and that number 51 machine, Bandy down Moon, and Moon able to pull off there into the third spot.
Yeah, moving up to third. That's a guy who's also been a story to watch this evening. Came from the LCQ, now making his waves as I'm back here racing with Bandy and Courtney in the 11 car of Cody, who got wicked loose as we running down on laps now. Call it 6 laps remaining. Stephen Goldner beginning to, exit stage right over Jonathan Short. Jonathan's got his hands full with Terry Landis, who was looking to the low side, racing for the second spot over in turn 3.
Yeah, Landis right now down on the extreme bottom there in the 61 machine. Just doesn't seem like he's getting anything to work, Bill. He's able to keep kind of pace with those guys, but man, you can see just the momentum gain up on the top shelf of the speedway. And that's going to put Moonen now up into position number 2. A little bit of contact, and 51 goes around.
Oh!
Goodbye, Jonathan Short.
It continues to flip down the front stretch with some help. We have another leaner, and the guy probably has a straight-up headache. Number 51, Jonathan Short. He took a tumble ski down the front chute, and I'm not sure if he had help there or got away from him, whatever happened. Oh, he had help. 73 definitely gave him a shot there, but either way, Todd, 51 car, a little bit shorter now, a little bit lighter than already was to enter the year.
51 definitely had a huge jump down there first straightaway. A contact from Moonen there, and it looks like Moonen is slipping up the track there, kind of running up the track on him there. Probably Moonen there, I don't know if he even knew he was there though, but it's a tough break for the number 51 of Short. Short's been in a transfer spot there, Phil, and those guys were checked out. Wasn't probably looking for that yellow flag, and look what the yellow flag has brought him. Nothing but bad luck there on the pit road.
Certainly did. Slowing on down again now with 28 laps complete. And I'm wondering, and yes it is, the race will be extended, so we see a green-white checker to settle this one here, Todd, as we put 29 laps complete. But we will go green-white checker to finish this one out.
I'm going to be a green or white checker to finish, folks. Don't go away. Going to be a fantastic race, and don't go away. We'll have a qualifier number 2 here coming up on the Full Velocity Racing Network. This will be on the same stream key. We're not going away from this stream key. We'll stay right here live. We'll go up onto a splash screen. We'll get the second qualifier underway as we get ready to light the win, like the fire off of turn number 4. Green flag in the air.
Green flag in the air. Let's finish out. Qualifying round number 1. Can Stephen Goldner beat Terry Landis, Kaya Moonen? I guess we'll find out in about 3/4 of a mile from now, as we are down in turn number 3 and 4. Put the white silk up in the air, one more trip around, and can Stephen Goldner hold on? He's got Terry Landis trying. 12th car will lead on a 2.
Yeah, Landis down to the inside for the final time, down off the back straightaway, down into turn number 3. It is Goldner leading the charge into 3 and off of turn number 4. Landis trying one last ditch effort, not going to be had. It's going to be number 30 machine of Goldner. Landis going to finish up second. Kyle Mooning for 3. You got Ross finishing up in that 4th spot. Bandy in the 157 finish up 5th. Chris Steele up to 6th. Phil, good run for him. There in that number 80 machine. Chad Coe in the number 24 machine finished up 7th. 8th. Sean Bowers. Aiden Young finishing 9th in your final 10. In the 10th place car going to make it on into the events tomorrow, the festivities. And number 87 of Andy Patton.
That was a fun one to watch right there. Stephen Golden will win. I believe we're going to go over to Discord and talk to our top 3. We'll get that screened out. We'll do it next here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Post-race show for qualifying run number 1 coming up next. All right, we are back here live, the Full Velocity Racing Network and GForce TV for the post-race show for qualifying round number 1 for the VE75 tomorrow night. Round number 1 qualifier goes to Stephen Goldner with car number 30. Second for Terry Landis, and our third place finisher between the number 72 car is Kyle Miller. And Kyle, you had to come from a pretty deep starting spot. Started off 10th, you finish up 3rd. Had to pass a lot of cars. Tell us about your journey out there for 30 trips around the Eldora Speedway.
Yeah, it was a little rough. Started 10th, went back to 13th. Just stayed to the top and slowly was getting around people. Then there at the end, I thought I had enough momentum to throw a slider on John, and then when I realized I didn't, I got on the brakes and pushed up into him and kind of wrecked him there. I feel really bad about that. That was definitely my fault, but I guess glad I'm in tomorrow night.
Absolutely right. And I'm sure it takes the big stress off your back of knowing, hey, I don't have to run qualifying run number 2. Racing tomorrow night. It's in for a really good cause as well. The veterans out there from both countries, US of A, and our friends in Canada, of course. But, how do you feel? You survived qualifying round number 1. Was that the goal all along? Get out of the first one and avoid, the mayhem of what could be like a last chance feel in qualifying round number 2?
Oh yeah. I definitely didn't want to race a second or third race if I didn't have to. It gets a little more cutthroat there, I would say. Just got to thank Roger and everyone for putting this on. It's pretty cool for the veterans and everyone at Bandy Built, Jesse Bandy and Jeff Fitzpatrick, Brandon Schultz, Trevor Grabo, Ross. I think I'm missing someone here, but we got a couple new people. Oh, Brendan Lacey's back too.
That's the name we haven't heard in a long time as well. Good to hear Brendan is back. And Kyle, congratulations to you. You advance on tomorrow night 75 lap main event. I'm going to wish you best of luck and go get that thing tomorrow. Good run by you, buddy. Thank you so much for talking.
Yep, appreciate it.
All right, we'll take a walk-see down here. I believe we had second place Terry Landis. Terry looks like eluded us. I don't see a Terry Landis around, so guess we won't have Terry. I guess I'll take the opportunity to throw it to Todd, who was in BladeNode.com Victory Lane, and tonight's feature winner for qualifying round number 1. That is Stephen Golden.
Yeah, down here in BladeNode.com Victory Lane with the driver number 30, Stephen Goldner, having a fantastic run. They're able to be up front and duke it out there for a little bit. But tell us about your race here, Eldora. Stephen there.
Hello? There we go.
There we go. We got you. We got to turn the microphone on there, Stephen, to get the interview with you. But tell us about your race up front, man. It had to be, you had your hands full for a little bit there, but you were able to pull away. The top two, you top 2 guys were pulled away, and then that yellow flag came out. Something had to be going through your head there on a restart like that. When everybody's caught back up to you, what was going through your mind? What was going through your strategy call here tonight, just to not have to go through those other races to get into this main event?
Well, I didn't really feel that good in warm-up, so I was kind of just hoping that I could get up front early, get to the top, because usually the momentum out of the door is pretty good. So just had to battle with short there for the first couple laps, and eventually got by him. The caution came out at a good time for me, and I was able to stay up front for the rest of the race, but I still didn't feel that great, so we'll have to work on something for tomorrow night.
Definitely, car looked fast here tonight, but you're saying that doesn't feel great. So we'll see what's going to have to happen tomorrow night. Definitely a fantastic finish for that number 30 machine. But I'll give you that microphone one last time. You can think or like think who helps you get there, who think makes things happen here.
Yeah, I'd like to thank SGR, RK Automotive, Roger for putting this deal on, you guys for streaming it, and everyone watching at home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the big feature win here at Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio. That's Stephen Goldner aboard car number 30. I believe Terry Landis back with us here, Phil. I'll send it back down to you to get a word.
I did. We found him. He eluded us. He reappeared. Terry Landis with car number 61. Great job by you, Terry. Your car really liked on that low side. You made it work. You gave us transfer spot Tell us how you're feeling after that 30 lap jaunt through.
Excited, man. It was an exciting race. I'll tell you what. I had to do everything in my power to stop from hitting that wall, try and get down as low as I could to the inside wall.
And that was a really unique way to charge this racetrack. We have known Eldora and the sprint car to be a place where you keep it on the cushion up high, making all your speed. Where'd you find the handle to make that low side work? You were one of the few to really make it go down there and work and stick it and make some time doing so.
Well, that's just my style of driving. I learned from one of the best, Donald Kreitz Jr. is part of our team now, Kreitz C2C.
That is awesome. Love that. Love hearing more about new teams. So cool to hear about CTC coming aboard here with all you folks. But Terry, as we normally do here on Full Velocity, we're our top three. I'm going to give you the mic here one more time. Let you shout to anybody out there maybe watching, or friends, family, sponsors, whoever out there watching and responsible, helping you get you a car out here tonight.
Well, first, I'd like to thank my wife for letting me do this. This is fun. It's what I've always wanted to do. And if can't do it in real time, then you got to do it on this, and it's the next best thing. So I'd like to thank Kreitz Oval Track Parts and Galen's Homegrown Popcorn is the best popcorn in North America.
Oh, I need to check some out. I'm a popcorn guy. Me and Terry will get together and figure this one out. Love that there. It's Terry Landis tonight. Second place finisher here, Todd. Preliminary round number 1 is done. But I believe we have round number 2 coming up next here on GForce TV and the Full Velocity Racing.
Yeah, definitely have round number 2 coming up here. So we'll take that brief pause for the cause, make our way on to the splash screen, and let you know how to get involved with GForce TV. They're letting you know how to subscribe and everything else over there. So make sure you do that. And we'll be back at you here on the Full Velocity Racing Network for preliminary round number 2 here coming up.
What you want to do is when you're on your computer or on your cell phone, whatever it is, go to GForceTV.net, type that in your browser, and that will take you right to the official YouTube page of GForce TV. And down on the right-hand side, you'll see the big red subscribe button. Make sure you click on that. But don't stop there. Once you've subscribed, then you want to make sure you hit the little ringer to the right. That's the notification bell. And anytime there's new content uploaded to GForce TV, you'll get a notification, whether it be on your computer, on your device, whatever it is, you'll know when there is content. And as we've been saying, it's so important when you're watching these videos on YouTube or for the meantime on Facebook, make sure you give it a thumbs up, give it a like. Make sure you're sharing these links, and that helps the actual content grow and populate throughout YouTube, specifically for the GForce channel.
All right, welcome back into GForce TV and the Full Velocity Racing Network. We are qualifying round number 2 for the VE75 main event being held tomorrow night. We saw 10 drivers qualify their way into tomorrow night's festivities. We're going to take 10 more out of our feature event here tonight. But first off, we have the first of 3 heats to go. So let me bring Todd Stanton back into the mix, giving you a 3D Racing starting lineup for round number 1 of qualifying session number 2.
Yeah, what a fantastic race we got going here tonight at Eldora Speedway. This is, I tell you, round number 2 feels going to be a fantastic way to keep things going, everything going on, and it's definitely going to have 10 more guys making on into the A feature.
We will do. So I guess I'll take the lineup here. Heat race number 1. On the pole with number 21 will be Kyle Jenkins with Ryland Gray alongside of the 06. Little backdoor game going on here. Row number 2 with car number 51, we find Jonathan Short, Garrett Papinat alongside with car number 47 in row number 2. In row 3, Matthew Croak with number 2 with the number 97 of Alex Hanna to his outside. In our 4th row, Maxime Langevin with the 161, the 371 of Benjamin Newman to the outside. Our 5th row, Christopher Larson with car number 17, Anthony Zangonetti with car number 7 will start 10th, and William Calder will roll off 11th and final with car number 325. 11 cars will go 8 laps around the top 4 going off into the main event for this summer.
Definitely want to know how you did there, Phil, throughout that whole starting lineup.
What?
Zangonetti.
You were dreaded that one. Think who got that one?
I thought it was Sanguinetti, but you're saying Zangonetti. I don't know. It could be either or. I don't know. I've seen that name before.
But we'll see.
Yeah, it does.
I kind of cheated with mine. I think Penguin, put Sanguine, Eddie, Sanguinetti. That's how I came up with that one. I'm hoping it's right. Either way, look at the iRacingIFlag.com green flag of the air. Kyle Jenkins, Ryland Gray. They got the front row, and they are drag racing the racing league down in turn 3.
Oh, the 83 of Kyle Jenkins going for a ride over here, and he continues directed. Oh, we got a leader, Phil, and he's driving in circles, leaner. 360 leaner.
I don't think yellow flags are on for the heat races, so this could get rather interesting quickly as we exit turn number 4. Ryland Gray leads the way. Now you got Darren Papinat up to 2nd, Alex Hanna and Chris Larson. And the number 17, put the 17 car now into a transfer spot as we now already complete lap number 3 of 8 here in Heat 1.
Yeah, Papinat doing a fantastic job, Phil. Remember, he was involved in a wreck in the last qualifying races that went on here on the Full Velocity Racing Network and GForce TV. As that number 47 of Papinat now looks down to the inside of Ryland Gray. Gray right now trying to hold on to the top spot. The number 47 right there nipping at his heels, Alex Hanna. And number 97 is Machine running in that 3rd spot. Good side-by-side battle for the race lead, though.
Certainly is. And Papinat looks to the low side of Gray off of turn number 2. 06 drives up high. 47 car to the low side. And he will overpower and take the lead out of 3 and 4. Gray, little crossover. Gets a little bit crossed up. 2 laps remaining. And Garrett Papinat leads the way down the back chute.
Yeah, Papinat and then number 47, Machine leading the way here as he comes out of turn number 4. Let's see that white silk. One more trip around the Eldora Speedway. Roxburgh, Ohio here in heat race at number 1. Ryland Gray running in that 2nd spot, and Alex Hanna running into the 3rd spot. They come off in the turn number 3 for the final time, and off into turn number 4. Garrett Papinat and then number 47 going to pick down the win here in heat race number 1. Ryland Gray going to finish up 2nd. Alex Hanna finishing up 3rd. Christopher Larson finishing up in that 4th spot there. Phil, heat race number 1 in the books.
Heat race number 1 complete. We will have 3 in this 2nd server as the field starting to whittle on down for drivers that begin to qualify their way into tomorrow night's 75 lap main event. We have preliminary night here. Heat race number 2 getting itself set to go on the racetrack. Let's take a look-see here at our 3D Racing starting lineup. And on the pole, the number 51 will be Jeffrey Barker, and alongside of Jeffrey with car number 16, that'll be Mike Schultz. In the 2nd row, Francois Benoit with car number 711. The 71 of John Hain that was outside. Ryan Beagle will start 5th at number 84. David Alexander Parent Gagnon with number 30 will start in the outside of number 3. In the fourth row, Jordan Hawk with car number 35. Barry Golden, his number 36 car, will start 8th. You got Kyle Parker and Roger Craig in runner 5, and John Rayner with car number 13, completing an 11-car roll call for heat race number 2.
Didn't think everyone was going to make it, but they're all out there on the speedway actually getting ready to roll off here, Phil. So 11 cars answering the call. Looks like it's going to be heat laps will be the distance here in heat race number 2.
So they begin to pull away from pit road. If you're tuning in for the first time tonight, we have been out there live all night long. Full Velocity Racing Network, also GForce TV. Welcome into that audience, hearing our voice, seeing our product for the very first time. Welcome on in. Hope you're enjoying it. If you guys like how we do our presentation, like what we do, want to be a part of it, well, make sure you like and subscribe to or follow our Facebook page. We're also available to the FDRN YouTube. Check us out over there. Give us a subscribe. Also available as well over on Twitch, /Full Velocity TV. If you want to subscribe to Twitch, we'd appreciate all the follows. We love all the support we get. And welcome into an awesome night. Racing for charity, racing for the veterans of the USA and the Great North in Canada as well. So, terrific event being put on by the GForce Racing Leagues. We're honored to be out here for night number 1 of qualifying night, but it is time to put heat number 2 to the green flag as they're in 3 and 4, and they are ready to rock.
The field is restacked and repacked. iRacing.com. Chevy Silverado going to pull off down to the infield. Get ready to go racing off a turn. And number 4 iRacing guys like green flag is out loud, pedal down. We're going to drive off down here to turn number 1 with the number 51 of Jeffrey Barker, your race leader. I believe that's who that is. No, it's Michael Schultz in the number 16 machine. Schultz now your race leader with the 7-11 of Benoit running in that second spot now, diving down the inside. A lot of contact going on here, Phil, in heat race number 2.
They're getting after it. You got to go. You want to make it into at least the feature event for Server 2 here tonight. As the top 4 will do so. Mike Schultz leading Benoit, John Hine. Now Ryan Beagle, the number 84 car. He is up for 4th. Jordan Hunt, Kyle Parker not too far behind there, running 5th and 6th, nose to tail. We're going to put 3 laps complete.
3 laps complete. A fantastic race going on here for the race lead. Mike Schultz in the number 16 machine leading the way with Benoit running in that second spot in the number 7-11 machine right there, nipping at his heels. Then you got John Hayne running in that third spot in the 71 machine now right there on the 7-11. He peeks down to the inside trying to battle for that second spot.
What's going on there? Benoit and Hine running for P2 out of turn number 4. And John going to take a peek down low. Francois will keep the 7-11 up high. They will go wheel to wheel, racing for second. The leader is Mike Schultz. He is down the back straightaway. It said 1/10 of a second, but these guys racing, I mean, it's anybody's call as we now put 2 laps him in.
Yeah, Schultz right now able to hold on there. He's Benoit right there in the 7-11 machine. In the 71 of John Hayne. Here comes Ryan Beagle in the number 84 into the fray here. And definitely going to be a 5-car race for the lead on the white flag lap here at Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio. It could be anybody's show here. Phil off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway.
Only 4 cars will transfer 5, throw a blanket over as they exit turn number 4. Put the checkered flag in the air, and heat race number 2 goes to Francois Benoit in the 7-11. Ryan Beagle grabbing the second spot over Mike Schultz. John Hine will send Jordan Hawk, Jeff Barker into our Alphabet Super Round. So 2 heat races are done. Well, that was exciting. How about that? 5 cars within 0.3 of a second of each other out of 2. That was fun.
Definitely fun here is heat race number 3 getting ready to come to post down there on the starting grid. On the infield, the starting on the pole will be Jack Clevenger aboard the number 11 machine. Jack Clevenger, actually the 78 machine. His days apart outside. Michael Redding aboard car number 33. Inside row number 2, that'll be the double hot machine. And that is Austin Stern. And his days apart outside driver, the number 73 machine. That'll be Larry Moody. Inside row number 3 in the 5th starting spot, that's Preston Kramer aboard the 07 machine, who went for a wild ride here and the first set of races here on the Full Velocity Racing Network and GForce TV. And outside of him, Joe Backus aboard the number 46 machine. Inside row number 8 in the 7th starting spot, number 29 of Steven Fernberg and number 29 machine, and Wyatt Vick aboard the number 32, going to roll off position number 8. 9th starter sees Gary Taylor aboard car number 34. And Lewis Milligan aboard the number 26 machine, going to roll off position number 10. J. Boydell aboard the 0114, going to roll off in position number 11. 11 cars we call for, Phil. All 11 cars out there. 8 laps will be the distance here in heat race number 3.
Love hearing a perfect roll call when you call for all of them. All 11, they go out, and we're going to do it for 8 laps around. Complete qualifying heats for the night before we move into soup and another 30-lap main event. So happy to have you aboard. Getting late on the East Coast as we are pushing the 10 o'clock hour, but well, we're big men. We can get this done. As we exit to number 4, we have Jack Clevenger, Michael Reddick. They'll take the green flag. They are racing. We're down to number 1 and 2.
Clevenger moves right up in the front there, and that number 78 machine trying to hold on to the top spot down to the inside. That is, I believe that's Moody down to the inside there momentarily. Nope, he's up on the top shelf. We got third place runner running right now. Running down to the inside too, trying to make things happen. The 46 now up into the fray. That's Joe Backus. Backus battling it out for the third spot.
It was in the Austin Stern 00 car. He went for a ride in terms of the 1 and 2. Lost his ride as a transfer spot in the 00 car as we pick up the race leaders down the back chute, all chasing Jack Clevenger, Larry Moody, Michael Redding, and Joe Backus number 46. He's been the action car as we put 3 laps complete. We got 5 laps remaining, and the action is picking up. A good 2-wide race for third off of turn 4.
And here comes a good race here for the top spot too. Phil is looks like the 72 machine, 73 machine. Dashes out to the bottom. That is Moody trying to get around Clevenger. And now Moody gets up and into the number 46 of Backus. That's going to shift Backus out of a transfer spot. They come down here in a turn, and number 3 and off of turn number 4. Oh, contact! A lot of contact here, Phil. And I believe Redding got into Kramer in that 07 machine. So Preston going for another ride.
It had a long night for Preston. I will tell you what. There's like a headache or hard luck award. Give it to Preston in the 07. That was a rear end shot to the 07 car. It's destroyed the race car. So put him on in this one. It is Jack Clevenger leading the way. Larry Moody, Michael Redding, and Joe Backus has found himself back into his transfer as we put the white flag in the air.
That white flag in the air here. New race number 3 as we come down the back straightaway for the final time. Here comes Moody down to the inside. One last time. Fly job here through turn 3 and 4. Can Moody make his stickers? Clevenger going to make it. Clevenger going to take down the heat race win just barely over Larry Moody. Michael Redding going to finish up in that third spot. Joe Backus rounds out your top 4 in the number 46.
Sure does. It was a fun one there. 3 heat races are all done. That means it is almost time to shift off into the soup. And let's see where the soup is going to take us in this one. I believe it's going to be the same format as the last one. Waiting for the iRacing scoring system to make its cameo. And there we go. We are going to shift it off into the C main, just like the last time, Todd. The C main will be 10 laps at the top 4 going off into the B main for the night. Yeah, and I think Todd may have taken the old frying pan to the melon, wherever he may be. We'll let Todd get himself all reactivated. Maybe the headset died. Who never knows about that. But let's take a look at our C-main starting lineup. The 747 on the pole here will be Roger Craig, Gary Taylor alongside in car number 34, row number 2, Maxine Lancher in the 161, David Alexander, Karen Gagnon with car number 30 to the outside of row number 2. In the third row, Austin Stearns 00, Kyle Jenkins with the number 21 car to the outside of the third row. Barry Goldner, Lewis Meglin make up row number 4 with William Calder and John Rayner. In the fifth row, and Preston Kramer. If there's anything left in the 07, he's going to give it one more try. He's going to tail 11th here, Todd, of the C main. Preston's had a long night. I'm rooting for the poor guy. He's been roughed up.
They're definitely going to have to give us a big old let's try there, see if he'll be able to do anything there in the 07 machine starting scratch here in the C main. So it's going to be a long road to hoe, but we've seen somebody do it already, Phil. Transferring on from the C to the B and into the A, and then transferring on to the big race tomorrow night on 3-9 streaming there. The big race is going to be held up on there, so that's going to be on a Monday night. So getting ready as we're getting ready, locked and loaded here for the C main, the iRacing.com Chevy Silverado pulls down the infield. They light the width, they light the fire. Green flags in the air.
Green flag in the air. Let's go to it for 10 laps around the half mile and Race out of number 2, Roger Craig, Gary Taylor. I'm watching Maxime Langevin, who did really good on the first server, the 161. Thought for sure he would go into the main event. Fortunately, comes here to server number 2, 161 on the march. But look at old Roger with 747. He'll hold on to the race lead there, right?
Yeah, Roger Craig doing a fantastic job in the 747. Hold on to the race lead here in the C main. You're going to see 8 laps remaining there for that 747 machine. Meanwhile, behind him, Stern and Alexander Levitt are going to battle it out there amongst from second on back to fourth. See if Goldner's going to get into the fray. He's indeed going to do so. So there's quite a battle going on there for the final 4 transfer spots on into the A main. Looks like a little bit of contact, Phil. They're wrecking.
They are wrecking. Austin Stern is taking a ride again. Is going to end up upside down and out of this one. She was up there racing Roger Craig for the lead. You look up now. Craig leads Langevin. Preston Kramer is up to third, the 07. Oh, I'm rooting for Preston. I'm telling you, I never rooted for somebody so hard in my life.
He's had nothing but bad luck here tonight, and the 07 Preston right now running in the third spot, Phil. I believe that's where the guy finished coming out of the C main. No, maybe not. Maybe not quite so much. I'm thinking about the B main, but Preston doing a fantastic job. Just got to transfer himself on into the B main and try to have another shot at the A main here tonight. Maybe Preston's luck's about to change for him, Phil.
Maybe it is. He runs third. It's the 83 car of Kyle Jenkins, who runs in the 4th spot out of number 4. They flash on by, and I believe that's going to put 8 laps on the board next time by. So we'll see 2 laps remaining. The race leader is Roger Craig, but I must say full second as we get the 2 lap to go signal.
Yeah, Pop sticks up in the air there for Roger Craig in the 747 machine. Good to see him having a fantastic run, even though it's a B main, having a fantastic run, to say the least here. Coming off turn number 4, going to see that white flag in the air. One more trip around the speedway for the 747 of Roger Craig.
He is certainly flying around like a jet plane right now as he is down the back chute. In a turn number 3 and 4, the checkers in the air. Give the C main to Roger Craig. We're the C. Maxime Langevin for 2. Preston Kramer, Louis Mangan. Mangan with the number 26 car will grab the final transfer spot. Where the heck did Kyle Jenkins end up? He ended up a lap down, so he will not make his way out of the seat. It's going to be Craig, Langevin, Kramer, and Meglin racing off on into the B there, Todd. So the B is going to go 12 laps around, and the top 12 from the B will go off into our main event.
The top 12, as you said, Meglin going to be the final transfer, as you think going to go on here. Top 12 for the B main, getting ready to come your way live here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Phil, we didn't get a chance to thank some of our sponsors here so far, so I want to go ahead and give a big thank you out to our sponsors here to make things happen here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. I know we've gone all race along without doing those. So Harv Motorsports, got to thank those guys for the yellow flag sponsorship. Got to thank iRacingIFlag.com. Got to thank BladeNode.com. Simple as solutions powered by nerds. Use the promo code BLADE10 and earn 10% off your first purchase. Also got to thank the fine folks at JMax Sturdy, JMax Strong. Once again, got to thank 3D Racing for coming aboard there to be the official lineup sponsor here of the Full Velocity Racing Network, South Texas Speedway, TDR-Racing.net. Also got to thank Sheffield Graphics for the official onboard camera, Cyber Thunder Racing League for being a great sponsor here of the Full Velocity Racing Network, Phil. And there's some more great sponsors coming on. Hopefully we'll have a couple more to mention. Also got to thank Ty B TV, Tyler Blankenship, Ty B TV, the official online streamer on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Hey, if you want a streamer to watch, Ty B TV.
All right, well, I don't know if that was the official line, but glad you cleared that up, because I know you've been talking to Tyler quite a bit, so good to have Mr. Blankenship back into the fold here in the Full Velocity Racing Network, as we have the B main out there ready to go with 12 laps around, 12 in the main event. It's going to be Anthony Sanguinetti with car number 7 on the pole, with Jordan Hawk on the outside, run number 2, Stephen Fernberg, Jonathan Short in run number 2, Jeffrey Barker, J.G. Boydell in that third row. As we go under green, and that lineup goes all haywire. We got Matthew Broke, Kyle Parker, Wyatt Vick, Benjamin Newman, Roger Craig, Max Langevin, Preston Kramer, and Lewis Meglin. We got 13 cars out there, 12 going off into the main event. Only one does not race on.
The only one that's not race on. Wow, that's rather interesting to see what's going to happen. So 12 cars going to make it on in to the A main. Is these guys going to duke it out here? So one car drops out. Phil pretty much secure except for starting spot. And we've seen that quite a bit. A lot of good racing going on up front though. That number 51 machine showing a pretty quick way around here. That is Jonathan Short in that 51 machine trying to get around Steven Fernberg in that number 29 machine. And also got to thank Charlie Milner Design and Media Phil. Well, forgot him.
You forgot Tubbs.
I wanted to see if he was going to be out there, but he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. He's not watching. I think my voice is probably putting to sleep because he was with me earlier in Dirt Warrior Racing League. We had championship night for the Street Stocks. That was a lot of fun. David Blackbird picking up the series championship. Kyle Moyer picked up the win earlier on the network as well. So third show for me this evening is good to come out here and do a couple of shows for charity for our great veterans out there and may all be abroad, wherever they may be. Our thoughts and prayers with them as we just passed Memorial Day out here last weekend. So good to mention those folks again. The veterans, nothing can be done without them. Well, we got some good racing going on. And now Jordan Hawk, the new race leader, car number 35. He will lead Steven Fernberg down the back chute.
Fernberg trying to track down the machine right there directly in front of him, the number 57 machine, Jordan Hawk, and doing a fantastic job, able to go around the outside like no other part there. Steven Fernberg running in that second spot. Third is still Jonathan Short. Then you got Jeffrey Parker in the number 51 machine running fourth, and G.J. Boydell running in that fifth spot, though.
One of the coolest names in iRacing right there, J.G. Boydell. It's car number 14. G.J. running in the fifth spot. Man, that's awesome. That number 57 leading, I put the telescope out, 57 car, Jordan Hawk, leads the field in the turn number 3 and 4. And this time around, the 2-6 go down. That means 2 more trips around.
2 more trips around before Jordan Hawk aboard the number 57 machine, the 29 right now, in a pretty good battle with the 51 machine, of Jonathan Short. Short trying to look to the bottom. A couple of different time point flag going to be out there. Here for the D&A, like I said, Phil, every car but the 13th place car will transfer their way in. It looks like Lewis going to make that rather easy as the 12 cars left running out on the speedway. But off a turn, number 4 picking up the B-main, Jordan Hawk. Then number 57 machine. And then you have Steven Fernberg. We're finishing up second, Jonathan Short. Then you have lineup changing all over the place. Not sure what that's all about. But we'll leave the rest up to the scores here, B-main in the books.
Jeffrey Barker, J.G. Boydell, Wyatt Vick, Kyle Parker, Roger Craig, Preston Kramer, Matthew Croakey, Maxime Langevin, and Benjamin Newman grabbing the final transfer spot out of the B. So we've got, 24 cars going to be queuing up for the main event. They'll go 30 laps around the final preliminary race of the evening. Qualifying run number 2 for the VE75 is into warm-up. We're going to take a quick drink of the beverage. We'll enjoy these guys running some laps in there live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Run out of All right, the warm-up session is complete. Time for our finale of the evening, 30-lap main event, round number 2 of qualifying for the VE75 will be broadcast tomorrow night. Let's finish off tonight, 24 cars strong, 30 laps around. Let's take a look-see our 3D Racing starting lineup.
Garrett Papadat starting on the pole in that number 47 machine here for the 3D Racing starting lineup. Francis Benoit in the 711 rolling off in position number 2 outside the front row.
Car number 78 will start third. That is Jack Clevenger with the 06 of Ryleen Gray to his outside.
Inside row number 3, the 5th starting spot. That's number 84 of Ryan Beagle. And his days part of the outside, driving the number 73 machine. That is Larry Moody rolling off position number 6.
7th starter, car number 97 will be Alex Hanna with Mike Schultz, the number 16, starting off 8th.
Michael Redding aboard car number 33, going to roll off position number 9. And Christopher Larson in the number 17 machine rolling off 10th.
11th starter, car number 71 of John Hine with the number 46 of Joe Backus starting 12th.
Jordan Hawk in the number 35 machine going to roll off position number 13. And Steven Fernberg aboard car number 29 rolling off position 14.
Car number 51 will start 13th. That is Jonathan Short with the number 51 of Jeffrey Barker to his outside.
DJ Boydell aboard the number 014 machine going to roll off position number 17. And Wyatt Vick aboard the number 32 rolling off in the 18th spot.
Car number 18 will start 19th. That'll be Kyle Parker, Roger Craig alongside the 747.
Preston Kramer aboard the 07 machine straight out of the C Mainville. He makes it on into the A main in the number 07 machine starting 21st. And Croak aboard the number 2 machine, Matthew Croak in the number 2, rolling off position number 22.
Maxime Langevin and Benjamin Newman rounding out the field there, 161 and 171 cars. Starting off 371 cars, starting positions 23 and 24. We will go 30 laps around, and the top 10 will be transferring on to the main server for tomorrow night's 75 lap main event.
Only two not answering the call. The outside pole setter, the 711, not answering the call. We're going to light the fire off at turn number 4. Green flags in the air, loud pedal down. It's coming at the number 47 machine, leads the way down to turn number 1. Wyland Gray in number 06 down the outside. Here comes Jack Clevenger down to the inside. Slide job. Clevenger to position number 2.
Yeah, and we have a yellow on the speedway in the opening lap. Yellow, number 1. Hard-Ass Racing, Team Hard Motorsports, yellow flag number 1. On the opening lap of this one, slows it on down. Makes a look-see here at the Full Velocity Racing Network Instant Replay. Brought to you by jmaxstrong.com. And I'm not sure where to start with it, but I believe I've seen a few cars getting involved. There's a mess behind back there. It looked like Francois Benoit getting involved, Jordan Hawk, Kyle Parker, Maxime Langevin getting a piece of that one as well in the 161. So that slows it down. So on the opening lap, now putting 3 laps of 30 on the board. We're going to put 10 cars into the main event. Either way, I do know Garrett Papadat is going to be the car leading the way as we put 4 on the board. Look, the lights are going out around the speedway.
The lights are definitely out there. Extinguished. TopTheEyeRacing.com. Chevy Silverado Pace Truck. As we enter the back straightaway, it's Papadat and Clevenger. Then you have Gray, Beagle, and Moody, your top 5 here. And then you have single file restart here, going to be the way of the land, and everybody right up against the outside retaining wall as we get ready to send them on their way. Loud pedal hammered down off of turn number 4, the 47 of Papadat. Papadat is going to lead them down into turn number 1. Second place, Jack Clevenger, Ryland Gray in that 3rd spot. Ryan Beagle running in 4th.
84 car of Beagle. He's been on the outer skirts of a transfer, it feels like, all night long. He continues to fight with car 84. He rides down with the 3rd spot with Ryland Gray. Larry Moody, number 73. He's starting to enter the fight as well as we're down the back chute.
And Ryland down to the inside. Oh, slider across the nose of Ryan Beagle. As Beagle now moves back to the 4th spot, struggled a little bit, but we're going to go right back up at yellow flag conditions here at Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio. Second yellow flag of the evening. Looking to see who may be involved in that one. That one was willing to bet. Yep, it was Joe Backus there in the 46X machine getting involved. And he got involved, unfortunately, with a car, another car that he had nowhere to be, nowhere to see that car, as they just does a little bit of flipping around. No points, though, for Joe Backus. Get some style points maybe for laying it on all 4 wheels and keeping both wings on that car, Phil.
Pretty impressive right there after a flipsy like that for Joe Backus. We'll see if he can't regroup. We are 8 laps in, 30 here, the feature event distance, server number 2 for the VE75 qualifications. You're watching us live here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. Quickie there, but that's okay. We got 10 laps on the board now. Garrett Papinet, Jack Clevenger, Rylan Gray, Ryan Beagle, John Hain, Larry Moody, Alex Hanna, Mike Schultz, Jonathan Short, and Jeffrey Barker. Currently sitting in the top 10 transfer spots right now as we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. The iRacing.com safety truck is in. iRacingIFlag.com green flag back in the air.
Yeah, it's popping in the number 47 machine going to lead the way with Clevenger now running in the 2nd spot there in the number 78 machine, the 06. Looking down the inside, that is Rylan Gray. Ryan Beagle running in the 4th spot, now 5th as John Hand in that number 71 machine. He was able to get around Larry Moody in the number 73 machine, Phil. So 71, 73, those guys were battling it out, but it has all so far been Garrett Papinet aboard the number 47.
We're going to slow this thing down again, Todd, as I thought the spotter was kind of sleeping there, but no, yellow flag back on the speedway. 3rd time in this main event. Seen a lot of yellows really all night long. 13 laps in, yellow on the speedway. Looks like we have a couple of cars involved, including, I believe, Steven Fernberg and I believe Michael Redding over there involved as well. Off the exit 3 and 4, and we got a leaner.
Leaner. Looks like a chicken dinner.
Leaner pumpkin eater, like that one. Though I think we're up to what, 6 points for 2 car on its side there. Matthew Croakey ends up with 2 points to a score here tonight on Full Velocity. So starting to get a little goofy here, Todd. We're getting late in the night. No, Jack's ready to turn to a pumpkin. No, you're tired. No, I'm getting tired. We're on the air since 7:15 Eastern time. It's been a busy night here on the network. Wouldn't have it no other way as we get to the later stages of this final qualification round of the evening for the VE75, benefiting the veterans out there in the United States and then our friends in the North and Canada as well. So check out the GForce Racing League pages there on Facebook. They have all the information how to make a donation to the causes. A great event. Cash and prizes also in store for the drivers tomorrow night. So a lot of cool widgets you'll see. Make sure you check out the broadcast tomorrow night. I believe it's 3-9 Productions putting out tomorrow. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have to follow that. But I believe, Todd, we're getting ready to go back to racing here at Eldora. Garrett Papinet and Jack Clevenger are going to be our top 2 heading back to the restart.
Top 2 heading back to the restart. iRacing guys like green flag back out. Papinet, Clevenger. Then you got Gray Iron and Ryan Beagle. Those guys all fighting it out, duking it out here. Amongst the top 5 is Larry Moody right now running in the 6th spot there in that number 73 machine. Papinet trying to roll away here, run away and hide away from that number 78 machine. And Clevenger going to dive down to the inside, trying to make the bottom work there in car number 78. But Papinet really fast on the outside, Phil, the number 47 machine.
He's making it work. He's starting to get away, and I think I've always thought that's the fast way around Eldora. Rip the lip, push the cushion, Run it up high. Garrett doing just that. He leading the way, doing a great job. But you look behind them, and you've got the likes of Jack Clevenger making some time. Riley Gray is back there. Ryan Beagle. John Hayne in the top 5 as we down to the later stage of this one. 19 laps to go complete next time by. The race leader getting a little bit out of shape and squirrely off the exit of 2.
Yeah, he's trying to hold on there. He's up in that number 47 machine. And Clevenger running in the second spot, trying to track him down. Last time by is still Garrett faster than Jack. So Garrett faster than Jack and Ryland Gray even, for that matter. He's in the 2-second bracket is Garrett in that number 47 machine. Everybody else 3 seconds or higher, Phil. As now I say that to eat my own words, Ryland Gray the last time by 15.268.
Well, the next time will be a lot slower than that, I'll guarantee it, because our 4th yellow flag of this one finds us on lap number 21, so we're keeping Jack very busy in this one. Fast Jack chewing down there under our Full Velocity Racing Network controls.
Jack.
And
Speedy Jack.
Speedy Jack. Sounds like some potatoes or pancakes or something like that. It's making me hungry.
We call you Speedy Jack because that's a quick turtle.
I believe Wyatt Vick, number 32, may have been involved in this one, as I saw his name free-falling through the standings. Jack pointed a reference to find a replay. I've got another control guy usually alongside me. Can any of my special friends find the replay on this one? The word is no.
Hello?
Still looking. All right. Well, we're efforting. Don't like dead air, but we're efforting the replay. Maxime Langevin pulled over. That we do certainly see, but I thought for sure Wyatt Vick got involved in something in the 32, and maybe not. All right. Well, looks like we are singled up. We have 24 laps going on the board. We got 6 laps remaining, and I'm going to throw it to my esteemed colleague, Mr. Stanton, to call the restart.
It's Papadat, Clevenger, Gray, Beagle, Schultz, Barker, Hannah, Moody, Hayne, and Kramer. Your top 10 as we get ready to light the wake, light the fire off of turn number 4. Green flags in the air, the iRacing I flag, green flag. That is the 47. Lead the charge down into the turn number 1 with the number 78 machine down to the inside. Clevenger trying to do everything he can to get around, but Ryland Gray now moves into the second spot in the 06 machine. Oh, as he makes a little bit of tap to the wall there with the weight for the tire. Does the 06, Ryland Gray. But Gray right now holding on to the second spot. Meanwhile, Lebanon trying to just pull away, run away and hide here in car number 47.
Sure is, and he's got a few more trips to get it done. 26 laps complete. 2 miles left in this qualification round. The driver of the 47, Garrett Papinet, leading the way off to number 2. You got Ryland Gray back there in second. Jack Clevenger. Ryan Beagle, number 84. Ryan's come to life of this one late, trying to run down the back of Clevenger, but they stay nose to tail out of to number 4. Now 3 laps ago.
Yeah, battle for the 10th spot. Kramer now down to the inside there. Good battle with Jordan there. And that number 87 machine, or 57 machine there as he gets all crossed up. Now Preston back to the 10th spot, Phil. So Preston trying to make his way into the big show here. But the 47 of Abbott going to lead here off of turn number 4. One more trip around the Eldora Speedway, Washburn, Ohio.
Yeah, we're watching the race leaders. We're watching this race with a transfer spot as I'm watching Jordan Hawk. I believe he ran out of gas this time. The 3 and 4, that may bounce him out of the main event tomorrow night is Preston Kramer, who runs in the 10th spot. We're in 3 and 4 already. The white flag's flashing up in the air. That was a checker flag, wasn't it?
Checker flag. Papanet going to take down the win there. Ryland Gray for 2. Jack Clevenger for 3. Ryan Beagle, Mike Schultz in their 5th spot. Larry Moody and Jeffrey Barker. John Ann, Alex Hanna, Jonathan Short going to make the final transfer spot there, Phil. Preston Kramer, 1 spot out. 1 spot out, Phil.
Day late, $1 short, and 1 spot out. Preston Kramer. Root for him, didn't make it. Neither did Francois Benoit, Benjamin Newman, Michael Redding, Wyatt Vick, Stephen Fernberg, J.G. Boydell, Roger Craig, Jordan Hawk, Joe Backus, Kyle Barker, Maxime Langevin, and Christopher Larson, Matthew Croak. Those drivers have to try again tomorrow with a final transfer round. But we're going to head to Discord. We'll talk to our top 3 next here from server number 2, live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. All right, we are back here live, the Full Velocity Racing Network. We have found our way to the Discord here for the GForce Racing Leagues and this great event being put on for the next 2 nights here. Qualifying night number 1 complete. Server number 2 win goes to Garrett Papinet with car number 47. Rylan Gray going to finish up second. And our third place finisher there with number 78, Mr. Jack Clevenger on the podium. Jack, a terrific one by you. You guys slung some mud all night long. Been a long night in Eldora. How you feeling after that 30-lap feature?
Well, I wish I was 2 spots better, but I guess I won't complain too much about third. Rylan got me there on the last restart, and I didn't have nothing for him, so I'll take a third.
Now, that race felt like it was a little tougher for everybody to get to a rhythm. We saw a couple of yellow flags slow it on down. When you're digging for every piece of speed you can find, every position you can be gained, how tough is it to get the rhythm when we start, stop like that?
Well, you start getting rolling, and then putting around under caution, you kind of start second guessing what you're doing. So try something different, and obviously that didn't work out. So it just kind of, about 1 caution a race would be nice and just get in the groove, but it's obviously not that way.
Second guess is a good word there. We do it in the booth. You guys do it behind the wheel. You guys did a great job of it tonight. You qualify into tomorrow night's 75 lap main event. That has a feel good. Jack out of server number 2. I'll give you the mic here one more time. Let you give a shout out to your friends, your family, your sponsors, whoever supports your race team in this awesome event we have.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Redeemed Sim Racing Concepts, my team, and Donovan and Scotty and all those guys that help out. And thanks Roger and Oshweekend for GeForce for putting this together.
Love it. It was a lot of fun indeed. The 78 of Jack Clevenger. We will see him race in the main event tomorrow night, as will we also see number 06 of Rylan Gray racing Rye back on the podium. And Ryan, I'm going to ask you, great run for you. Passed a lot of cars. You were good up top, but you found something on the bottom there late. I think your car really like. Were you expecting to find that grip?
Yeah. I was trying to find a way on the bottom because I saw those first few laps. Garrett was really making it work on the bottom in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So a few laps at the beginning of the race, I tried the bottom and I tried to get past Clevenger every time I could, but we had a few cautions out there, so that kind of messed it up. But finally, the top was the main line, which I'm better at. So.
Now, you guys put a lot of laps out here tonight between 2 servers at Eldora. Over the course of the night, how did this racetrack change for you drivers as you put laps on the speedway this?
Well, I didn't know what line it was gonna be. This is Eldora. It's normally on the top, but I wasn't sure where it was gonna be. But thankfully, it was on the top in 1 and 2. I was kind of confused about 3 and 4. I didn't know that why slider line was quick time in there. Normally, slider line's only good about, I don't know, 10 laps to the race. So being at the fast line on the last few laps really changed how I ran, and I mean, I made it work. So.
Well, Ryan, it was awesome to watch you do your work here tonight. You qualify into tomorrow night's main event. Your turn to take the mic here one more time. Give your supporters there a big shout out to put your race car onto the racetrack.
Well, I just gotta thank Gray Auto, all the guys that sponsored me in real life and put all the money up to buy me this sim rig last year. So that's Gray Auto, Petrie Motorsports, Faley Farms, all those guys out there, and just been kind of going through the ranks right now in these leagues, so it's glad to get another podium.
Really is good to see this guy's career develop here, not only in iRacing, but all of the speedways there as he's starting to get his career going. Rylan Gray, ladies and gentlemen, car number 06. He will finish second here tonight. But the big winner is Mr. Garrett Papinet in the number 47 car. He is in victory lane with our buddy Todd.
How you doing? Thank you for putting on the stream for me.
Not too bad, Garrett. A fantastic showing for you here this evening. Definitely able to run away just a little bit there on the restarts even. It looked like you had a couple challenges there early, but it looked like you had something figured out here in this second qualifying race. So the first one not as good for you, but this one a little bit better. Tell us about your race a little bit.
Yeah, the first race I just ran out of luck, but I knew I can come back and win the second one, so I wasn't too worried. Yeah, I just knew I had to run clean laps, and the top and 1 and 2 is a little bit more Tetris in the beginning for me. So I just stuck her down on the bottom, and she was working there until I forgot what lap, but then I started to go the high side and then kept slider in 3 and 4, and it worked for me, and I just practiced running clean laps and took the win.
Good win that was here this evening here at Eldora Speedway, Roxburgh, Ohio. But before I let you go there, Garrett, I'll give you that microphone one last time. You can thank her. I'd like to thank you on the Full Velocity Race Network, GForce TV. Microphone and floor is all yours.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody at Parabellum Motorsports for practicing this week and getting ready for these races. Velocity Race Designs for all the team paints they do for us. Alex Hanna Gaming, Race Lab Apps, and Ford Entertainment Group for building me my PC so I can compete in these races. And I want to thank Roger at GForce for putting on an amazing league, and you guys for the stream of the races.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the big winner here, Eldora Speedway, driver of the number 47, taking down the big victory here tonight, Phil, on the Full Velocity Racing Network. GForce TV, been a fantastic qualifying efforts here tonight for these guys. We got 20 cars locked into the field tomorrow evening.
It's going to be great. 75 laps around, racing for Veterans Charities tomorrow. Going to be a great one. Hope you guys check that out. Check out GForce Racing Leagues on Facebook. I believe it's 39 Productions putting on the main event tomorrow night. So we'll bid these guys adieu. We welcome a do list again with those folks. Great dudes indeed. For Jack Chewin, for Todd Stanton, for all of our great sponsors here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Phil LeCasse here. We're going to sign off. We'll see you back here live tomorrow night. 305 Sprint Cars. We head to the linear 9 p.m. Eastern Time on your source for esports racing. Good night, everybody, from the Eldora Speedway.
What you want to do is when you're on your computer or on your cell phone, whatever it is, go to GForceTV.net, type that in your browser, and that will take you right to the official YouTube page of GForce TV. And down to the right-hand side, you'll see the big red subscribe button. Make sure you click on that. But don't stop there. Once you've subscribed, then you want to make sure you hit the little ringer to the right. That's the notification bell. And anytime there's new content uploaded to GForce TV, you'll get a notification, whether it be on your computer, on your device, whatever it is, you'll know when there is content. And as we've been saying, it's so important when you're watching these videos on YouTube or for the meantime on Facebook, make sure you give it a thumbs up, give it a like, make sure you're sharing these links, and that helps the actual content grow and populate throughout YouTube, specifically for the GForce channel.